Good afternoon, traders. It's Simon at Kairos Capital Markets with the weekly review of AUD, pound yen and euro dollar. So this week just gone, we got the direction pretty wrong, you could say. We said it would be more bearish and bullish, and it's broke up to the bullish side. So yes, we're just going to sit on our hands because it looks like we're going to make a double top pattern here at the moment. Notice how I took out my upward sloping trend line on the lower band there. I just thought myself it wasn't being respected. It's a bit choppy. It wasn't particularly the greatest trend line in the world, so I've kind of took that out now. I don't like it. I'm happy to leave that out for the moment. So yeah, I'm just going to wait for the moment because I'm still not happy with how it's kind of, the pullback was small. I know the weekly chart's there, don't get me wrong, but at the same time it's not the greatest in the world. I still feel a pullback is needed, especially on the monthly charts as well. So I'm just sitting my hand at the moment, you could say. If we come down to the daily chart, I've got a level at 96.5. I'm just going to change the colour of that for you just so you can see what I'm looking for here. Let's just change it to pink or whatever it is. There you go, and you can see it's been respected quite a few times during this little range here as well. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a move lower. Again, the daily 50 MA has clearly dictated that it's going to be on a long side still. So this would be a pullback, it would be anyway, if there was any short positions to make. So yeah, just keep that in mind at the moment. I'm not bearish and fully bearish until it breaks the daily 50 EMA. If it does break daily 50 EMA, it'll be 94, then 93 and 92 as the longer term trend just for the pullback. But at this moment in time, I'm just going to sit on my hands. I don't see anything of value to. I wouldn't want to buy here at a key level, and I wouldn't want to sell as well right away. It's just one of the things you got to wait. If you look on the 4-hour chart, you got a little mini double top pattern here forming, which is obviously these two tops here. We are sitting, like I said, at the key level. You still got bearish MACD divergence here, no matter how you look at it. If you zoom out here, the from here as well, the high is there. Like that, it's still bearish in itself. Maybe not the greatest, not the strongest, but it is still there at the moment. So I would be a bit concerned to take this long as well, like I said. But at the same time as well, this 4-hour chart is still making higher highs, higher lows at the moment. And when it does come down to test 96, that's still not a sign to get in short, because it'll come down to here, like there, and you are testing the 4-hour 50, 4-hour 50, 4-hour 50. So you got a lot of the 4-hour 50 to break. So breaking this as the 4-hour 50 would be a bearish sign. You could probably buy at the 4-hour 50. Maybe there's a couple of trades to buy there, but again, that's not my style, as you well know. So going to the Australian dollar to start with, Aussie dollar. This is the monthly chart here, and we did highlight a few weeks back that we think 70 would be an ideal situation for the Aussie dollar to actually head to. And obviously, as you can see, we zoom out here, you see 70 is quite a key level there on a monthly perspective. Also notice how now RSI is sitting at 0 as we approach this 70 level. So this what gives me the idea that the dollar would most likely weaken off, or maybe the Australian dollar would increase. Again, I didn't want to sell this pair either at the moment. As you know, I didn't like this pair for the last few weeks. Hasn't done nothing. And again, we've got some high volume candles here to the bullish side. So it does look like it will just probably creep down, touch this 70, then break out. If we break the daily 50 EMA, so something like this, it would be a move like that, then pop back down just to test this key level of 717 and the daily 50. That'd be a nice little trade to at least 73.5. We do have this downward sloping trend line still to contend with, but if you notice, I'm also advocating that it will break out and retest this trend line and daily 50 and the key level. So that would be quite nice to see. So that would be something I'll be looking for. Would I take a long from there? Most likely not, unless there's something really spectacular to look on the lower time frame, which, to be quite honest, I haven't done yet. But again, at the same time, you've got these. We can draw something like this here. There's a trend line there already for you. And you can see already we've got bullish MACD divergence on this area and overall as well. So for me personally, it may head up. It most likely will head up, but I do think 70 may still be in the cards. Didn't touch 70, so just, again, you got to wait and see. Notice how, again, this 4-hour 50 is in play again. It's been in play for quite a bit of time, so I'd want to be careful again for that. Now, obviously, all this being careful obviously come down into all the dollar pairs we look at. So here's your daily chart on euro dollar. That there's a double bottom, inside bar there, quite nice. RSI is sitting almost at 0, which is good. You've got some bullish MACD divergence for the whole entire lot there. So that there, on a daily perspective, does look quite nice there. Again, if we come down to the lower time frame now, do we have any trend change? Well, the 4-hour chart is a big fat no, to be quite honest. I mean, you can see straight away how, although it's respected the 1.135 area, we've still got higher testing the 14 at the moment. We haven't changed trend at all there, so it's not something I'd like. The only thing you have got to say is, oh look, it's broke out the daily, the 1 hour 50, but then we've done that and broke back in again. So it's one of these things, again, if you're going to trade, you need to see the trend change, and a trend change like here, for example. If you notice how we was testing the highs here, broke up, come down again and test the trend line and the 1 hour 50. Now, do we have the same here? Let's take a little look. You could say yes. So obviously, if we do get a pull back to this area here somewhere, you could say that is a trend change there, and you could take a small short-term position. But again, though, just remember this 4 hour 50 is in the way as well. So you don't want to go 14.4 as such. So we just put 14.4 in. That's only going to get you to there, really, guys. So if you got a position, say, like that there, it'd be a tight position. Is your stop protected? Yeah, it's not too bad. That stop isn't like that. So if you've got a trail, that's not too bad. That's something I may look into as well myself later on. Now, let's have a look at pound yen. So pound yen has broken out massively to the downside. As you know, I was concerned about the daily 50, and even the inside bar here was concerning, but it did break down for 5 straight days, which is nice, I suppose. Really, we had the 144 level. I said if it does break out to the downside, 144 will most likely be touched, and we have been touched there now. Now, the thing you have to ask yourself is this an inverse head and shoulder pattern? Obviously, you can see, for example, left shoulder, neckline, head, neckline, right shoulder, like that. Is that an inverse head and shoulder pattern happening? Who knows? We have to wait and find out. Again, RSI is at 0, and we got no MACD divergence there whatsoever. So at the moment, it's a real wait and see there. There's no structure to the market whatsoever in this one. If you look at the lower time frame, you will see a break and retest of the box we highlighted here. So if you did place your order there, that's a 5% trade, which it's possible you could have done that. That happened on the 22nd. That did. So that I did say to guys, this is what I was thinking of doing as such. It depended on what your risk tolerance was, but that's what was available. Target was perfect, and that's done. So really, in all fairness, now we're in this little zone here at the moment. You need a break. You need some bullish structure there. At the moment, we've not got that. The only thing you do have though on your side is the yen has actually put a lot of yen pairs put this bullish engulfing candle with real super volume. So now, if you look for the lower time frame for that now as well, what do we have? You need to wait for the 1 hour chart now to actually give you some structure there. We're not at a key level, so for me personally, it's kind of off the cards. Bitcoin, I know sometimes some people mention Bitcoin. I did a one-off later on. Let's have a look. And that is the heartbeat of a zombie. Flatline, dead, nothing. So I will just still wait and see. Nothing's happened whatsoever. And the Bitcoin, it does show you the interest here. If you look at the volume here now, it is so tiny. There's no volume whatsoever. So to be quite honest, I'm just out for the moment. Not really interested. Alright guys, any questions? Give us a shout. Take care.